And we're live. What's going on, guys? We're live here. I know it says Carlson here. I'm actually out at Carlson's place here. And we're just about to get started. Let me know who's all here with us tonight. I'm excited to be breaking everything down with you guys. And let me know who's all here. Comment below in the comment section below who's all here, where you guys are from. And let me just get into here. We'll give everyone a few minutes to be able to pop on. And while we're doing that, just make sure I'll open the chat here. There you go. So comment below there. Let me know who's all here right now and where you guys are from. Oh. All right. What's up, Katie? How you doing? Adam, Ashley, Chase. What's going on, guys? What's up, Tad? What's up, Mizia? What's up, Chase? How you doing? What's up, Greg, Josh, Kim, Laura, Michaela, Melanie? Where are you guys all from? How you guys doing? California. Awesome. We're just out at Carlson's house, actually, out in LA here. This is awesome. What's up, Ronnie DeMarco from Somerville? What's up, Jessica? Media from Syracuse. What's up, Kim? Supporting the web. Awesome. From Kelowna. Doing pretty good. Awesome, guys. So as you guys pay very close attention, one of the things that you guys want to be making sure, let me pop back over to here. Here, one sec. There we go. One of the things you guys want to make sure is you guys pay very close attention, watch the end of this webinar here, because we're going to be going through and breaking down something that really a lot of people don't even really know that exists. And I know a few years ago, I had no idea that there was really this whole world where you could literally create your life by your own design as long as you knew a few key principles and as long as you found the right people. And the thing is that most people don't have access to the level of information that we're going to be breaking down for you guys tonight. So as you guys pay very close attention to watch the end of this webinar, we're going to be showing you guys how we had in the last 12 months, we had over 22 people generate a six-figure income in the year, some up to $500,000 in the year. And it's really what we've done is simplify this process so that everyday average people, we can have the simplest, easiest solution for them to be able to switch from being an employee to an entrepreneur, to be able to create, live life on your own terms. Everyone knows that they want to be able to be an entrepreneur, but a lot of people, they don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. And so what we wanted to be able to do is not only be able to educate you guys on how an income online is generated, right? So how we find offers, how we match them up with audiences, but not only that, how you can actually have a big percentage of the process automated for you by people that already know what they're doing so that you can earn while you learn, right? So one of the biggest things that I ran into was that there's a big learning curve. And so what we've done, and as you guys pay very close attention, you guys are going to see a lot of the stuff that we put in place to make that learning curve as short as physically possible, which is why we've been able to see so many brand new people come in with zero experience, with zero internet marketing experience, zero business experience at all. They were just coachable, trainable, and willing to follow what we had laid out. And they were able to do and achieve some results that are nothing short of incredible. I mean, I won't jump in, but the dude is going to be popping out right here. I remember when we first met just like 4 years ago. Right, a little over 4 years ago, actually, I think. And I got to see this guy go from, even before that, living in his car to like trying so many different ways to be able to make money to finally now in the last year, well, making more than most people only dream of. He's got a view like this now. He's staying in like one of the most sought after spots out here in Manhattan Beach. And really just from a set of skills that every single one of you guys, as you guys watch to the end of this, you guys will be able to take advantage of. And it's really as simple as finding people who have the results that you're looking to achieve and modeling what they have so you can duplicate the same results for yourself. And so I've been able to see him go from, we're living in his car all the way to traveling around the world. I think he did like 14 different trips or something last year. It was insane. He's just going everywhere, really living life on his own terms. Now he gets to go and he gets to surf by he wakes up in the morning, can look and be like, oh, that wave looks good. I'm going to go surf that. He gets to literally do whatever it is that he loves. And what we want to be able to do is to show you guys all that as well, because a lot of people have amazing talents or have amazing skills and past things that they want to be able to go out and do. And real life kind of sets in and they get stuck at a job working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, not doing what they like, living paycheck to paycheck, when they had something that if they knew how, they would be focusing on that. Like if Carlson knew years ago that he could find a way to turn his passion into a way for him to be able to create a lifestyle that he loves, everyone would do that if they knew that they could create a life like that. But most people just don't even know where to start. And no one better to be able to bring out than my good brother, Eric Carlson. What's up, brother? Dude, I was just saying that. It's been like, dude, forever, dude.
I know, right? Wow, life has changed. So changed. What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? Yeah, this is live stream. What's up, Javier? Keel, David, what's up? What's going on, guys? Yeah, I'm live right here. How you doing, guys? All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, yes, my name's Eric Carlson. Thanks for an amazing introduction. Dude, life has changed so much, and maybe I'll show you guys one more time here. I'm going to tell you guys how I literally went from being an absolute broke personal trainer who was struggling to survive. I was like Jang said, that I was literally living out of my car, and Jason, I think it's the first time you've been over the new pad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just moved this new pad back in February here, guys. And just to show you, it's not the brag or boast. This is definitely not, because remember, I was living in my car, and there's somebody calling. We don't need to do that. And guys, because of what you're going to see tonight, this is exactly what changed everything to where I can now live exactly how I want here in Manhattan Beach, California, guys. So I'm really excited to share this information with you guys, because it really, when you pay very close attention all the way through the end of this webinar, you're going to really realize that you're hearing about and discovering about a real solution to change your financial future. It's helped not only myself and Jang and Julian, and literally we have like 9,400 people in our community now who are applying this information, using the system you're going to learn about here in a little bit, and then just taking, like what Julian or Jang was saying there, like being able to go live whatever your dreams are, to let out whatever your passions are, right? To get you out of that, or like I say, we can start breathing again, where you're getting out of that kind of financial struggle and go on to live your life the way you want to, guys. This is what I want to do. I want to be able to live at the beach. I want to be able to take care of the kids every day, take off to school, and spend time with my fiance and live the life that I want to live, right? So, guys, pay very close attention. I'm going to show you exactly how this all happened. So real quick, guys, to give you just a pinch more background. So like Jake said, I've been in this industry for a little while now, and I actually started back in 2004 to do this. So I just want to let you guys know, I'm an average, normal person. I grew up in Texas. I was told if I was going to get any kind of college education, I was going to have to earn it through a football scholarship. So I did that. I went to college. I did the whole go get a job or go to college, get a degree, go work a 9-to-5 job and all that. And guys, it didn't work out for me, you know, and I found out, maybe like you found out, like JOB stands for just over freaking broke. And I did not want to live my life like that from paycheck to paycheck, which, as you know, 74% of Americans, like 50% of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. So guys, I decided that I was going to go for my dreams and go for my future. And so I started back trying to do this in 2004. And why is that important? Because I want to let you know that myself and we had a great conversation with the leaders the other day. We realized how many things between everybody who's helping grow this community, how many different things we've tried and failed online. And guys, I tried everything out there. And I wrote ebooks, I created membership sites, I created all kinds of product services. I did affiliate marketing wrong, I did blogging wrong. And the point is, guys, is that I've tried everything out there. And where'd that leave me? It left me in 2010 living out of my freaking car and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. And then, guys, thank God I stumbled across the video and everything really changed from there. So that's what I'm going to share with you tonight, guys, the information that I found. I want you may want to write this down. You may want to think about this very, very clearly the rest of the night. If you're in order to be successful in this industry, you're going to want to learn how to do this from a mentor. Right? And that's exactly what happened in late 2011. And I found a mentor, I found a community, and the Global Affiliate Zone was created shortly after that, guys. And because what you see, this is why we're getting so many great results, okay? And speaking of that, really quick here, just quick income disclaimer as we go forward, guys. You're gonna hear some income claims. Like I've had my largest month last year was $55,000 a month. I'm gonna break a 6-figure month here, just a couple, like within the next 90 days. For some social proof, this is kind of cool. I'll show you. Here's a guys. This is a ring for breaking $100,000 in one of the organizations that I got education from. There's another fun trophy for you guys, 100K. This is actually from Global Affiliate. So when you guys crush out your big goals here tonight, you're gonna learn how to do. You guys get one of those for yourselves. All right, guys. So let me tell you a little bit about this. I'm going to share some slides with you. So you're going to see my face as well as some slides. Some people are auditory, visual. So we just want to make sure we cover everybody. All right. And so I'm going to start doing that now, guys. And let's go ahead and start talking about the Global Affiliate Zone and how it gets you guys plugged in. So guys, I'm going to pause that. Ooh, boom, I gotta do that. Here you go, guys. Be nice if I open my slides, huh? Guys, I'm so excited to share this information with you. So guys, make sure you're removing all distractions right now, because you have to realize that the information you're gonna hear about right now can literally transform your life, like literally save you. And I think it's really, really important to pay attention. So remove all distractions, because if you miss something tonight, don't know where you're going to be. So again, guys, this is the Global Affiliate Zone live presentation. Again, I like to hit, like it says right there, a real solution. Guys, because like I was mentioning earlier, 90 to 95% of the people who come into this industry and any type of industry where they're trying to do direct sales, affiliate marketing stuff, most of these people are failing, right? And that's why the Global Affiliate Zone needed something to create something differently, to help the brand new average person who really want to change their life, really had the ambition and the desire, but needed a vehicle, needed the mentorship, and needed the community to actually go forward. And that's what the Global Affiliate Zone is really all about. As you can see here, guys, I actually need to change that number for you, but we're a little over 9,300 people in the community. And guys, here's a picture from one of our live events we've actually had. We're about coming up on a year anniversary from our first event, guys. And guys, we have hundreds of people come out to these events to transform their lives. As you can see, one thing that we're really proud of, in less than 10 months, we were able to create over 22 six-figure earners inside of our community, guys. As you can see, that's half of them that they're on the stage. And guys, you can see this next picture. To be honest with you, we could tell you everything we know about marketing, skill set, give you the best damn system ever. But if you're not really willing to change your life and go for your dreams, then nothing's really going to happen for you ever. And as you can see there in that bottom picture, that's Julian Sherman here, the other co-founder in Global Affiliate Zone. He's working with one of our clients right there, helping them on their personal development. Because honestly, guys, we not only want to give you the best system to help you change your financial future, we want to help you develop into the best possible person that you are. And as you can see, here's one of our next live events, guys, where we just absolutely melted people's minds and realizing how powerful they are to help them overcome obstacles, limitations. And that's exactly what you're going to learn about here tonight, guys. And just quick testimonials for some people. Look what happened for Kayla and Brandon in March. $50,000 a month, right? How about Jesse here? Jesse and his family, they were at our last event. We got to actually rent race cars and go ripping through the desert. It was amazing, so fun. But Jesse had an $87,000 a month just from applying what you're all going to learn about here tonight. All right, guys, so let's get into this. We're going to talk about first two major trends. Now, guys, this is where the important stuff starts right away for you, because understanding these two major trends, you're going to give you some leverage. What I mean by that, when you understand trend number one, okay, if you don't understand trend number one, you could end up absolutely broke in the next 3-5 years because of what this major trend is, okay? We'll talk very specifically about that so you're awake and aware and what to do. When you understand trend number two that we're going to talk about, you're going to understand how you can now become the driver's seat of your financial future. And you can strut to your future like a boss, we like to say here, right? So what is it, guys? What is trend number one? Well, first, I like to call it the wake-up call. Why do I say that, guys? Well, I'm sure you're feeling it. You've seen it. We had a major financial crisis in 2008, okay? Things have not gotten any better. Education system's different. I mean, look at these headlines today. I mean, working and poor, finished at 40, where are all the jobs? You know, will I ever be able to retire? And think about that, guys. I mentioned it earlier, but 74% of United States citizens are living paycheck to paycheck, and a little over 50% of Canadians. Guys, how's that working out for everybody? Knowing that if you were born in the 80s, you're going to need over $2 million to retire, and born in the 90s, you need over $2.5 million to retire. Now, how is everybody going to do that on that old model that we have that is now broken, dying, and decaying, right? And guys, unfortunately, it gets worse because guess what? That system is completely archaic and changing. Even our education system was designed for the industrial age, not for today. And governments aren't prepared for this either. Look what's happening. Guys, it's called AI technology, 3D printing, automation, robotics, everything. Guys, look at this. 6% of all U.S. jobs just by 2021 alone are going to be eliminated in the United States. Think about what happened in Japan. This just happened. That article, I think it was from January. They were able to eliminate 34 different white-collar jobs from their society using AI technology. Guys, this is very, very important stuff. And how about all the people who are supplementing those incomes? That's really stabilizing a lot of our economy, these little micro jobs that people are doing. Uber drivers, Lyft drivers. Guys, those cars are all automated in 5 years. It's already happening like cities here in San Francisco, right? Guys, it's called technological unemployment. If you're unfamiliar with what's going on, please, please, please educate yourself. And it starts tonight by paying very close attention. I mean, imagine, guys, these are facts coming out of high-level, scientific studies. By the early 2030s, they say 47 to 49% of all jobs will be gone. Why? Because, like I said, guys, it's called technological unemployment. Guys, no job is safe. Bartenders, cashiers, waiter, delivery people. I mean, it goes on from the lawyers, musicians, computer programmers. It goes on and on, guys. You have to understand this is the time to change. You have to start educating yourself now. So it's so important to do it now. So when everything starts being eliminated, that snowball effect that's moving faster, you're not caught up in that. You're way ahead of that snowball. You're sitting at the bottom looking up going, you got a great view off your deck going, man, I'm glad I'm not a snowball. Right? So then how do you save yourself, right? How do you stop yourself from falling into what millions and millions and millions of people are going to go through? How do you come on top? Well, luckily enough, you're watching a slide presentation right now, guys, and you're watching this because this is how you're going to save your future, right? Now, guys, in the comment section below, let me know really quick. I want to know if you guys know this. I'm going to pop out in just a second because I actually want Jane to give you some perspective on this as well. Let me know, guys. Did you know that when you go to the internet and you check out and purchase something online, that 90% of the time an affiliate is making commission from your purchase? Did you guys know that was happening every single day? Let me know in the chat below. Did you know that, guys? So when you go to Google and you type in, I want pink fuzzy boots. Don't know why I say that every single week, but pink fuzzy boots, you know, you go to buy your pink fuzzy boots online, whatever company you chose as you sifted through Google to get there, somebody's making commission from that purchase. Now, let me explain this to you really quickly, guys, before I pop back out. I want you to look at this bar graph really, really closely. I want you to see how fast this is growing, okay? Look at back in 2012, okay, just 5 years ago. There's expected to be about $231 billion in online shopping and spending. Well, fast forward to this year, look at that, over $370 billion in online shopping. And guys, it's going to continue. They say over $500 billion in online shopping and spending by 2020, and it's only going to increase. So what is that major trend? You probably guessed it, right? It's online shopping, right? Because more and more people are connecting to the internet. More and more people are buying their products and services from the internet because this is way damn easier than getting in your car and going and dealing with traffic and lines and people that are stressed out. You can just order it, have it delivered, and spend more time with your friends and family doing the things you want. So how do you profit from that? Well, guys, you have to understand and learn how to do direct affiliate marketing and direct sales, guys, and we have the perfect solution for that. Now, look at this. This is an industry that's supposed to grow by 10% annually to 2020. Now, that's exciting, right? Because that's supposed to be a $6.8 billion industry. Now, guys, actually, I'm going to pop out right here because I want to talk to you about this real quick so you understand what affiliate marketing is. And I want to bring Jang on and tell you what it was like before. You see, guys, affiliate marketing is as simple as this. Now, I could take you to Walmart.com, BestBuy.com. I could go to XYZ.com stores. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of stores like that, as well as direct selling companies where you can literally go to like Walmart.com right now, click on a button that says affiliates, go to that site, enter in all your information, right? And then what's going to happen is that company, Walmart, is going to give you a link, right? And in that link is coded. It's called your affiliate ID. So what happens now, if you understand how to drive traffic, right? How to drive traffic to that link, make people go there, click on your link, then go to the store to buy a product or service, well, guess what happens? That company is going to take care of the financial transaction. They're going to deal with the customer service. They're going to ship that product out for them. They're going to deal with all of that. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to get checks sent to you in the mailbox, right? I was telling Jane earlier about my mail person. She asked me a few weeks ago, she's like, are those checks you get in the mail every day? I see you sit up there working. I'm like, yeah. She's like, that's really cool, right? That's something you're going to get opportunity to go through as well here when I show you what we got for you. Guys, I want you to understand, just let me know if that's clear for you guys. It's thousands and thousands of stores. You can go out there, they're going to give you a link. If you know how to drive traffic, you can make an income that way, and they're going to send you checks, right? And then after Jane tells you about this next part, guys, what it was really like beforehand, because what I'm going to tell you here, guys, is there's a lot of hype around things. Like if you have this company or this product, you buy XYZ, you just put them, you're going to be rich. And guys, I fell into that for the longest time. All these products, all these services, all these bells, all these widgets, right? The thing is, I didn't know how to do marketing. I didn't know how to do sales funnels. And actually, here's what happened. James can explain this really good for you. Guys, we would do what we're about to show you tonight, but we would teach people every single step of it. You want to talk about that for a second, Jang?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. It's a little bright. We'll pop in. All right, here, let me get rid of these. I don't like sunglasses on the. All right, what is up, guys? So are we on stop sharing the screen? Perfect. What is up? So that's one of the things. So let me pull to the chat here so I can see what people are saying. What is up? Exactly. Okay, so let me first, does that make sense, guys? And it's just like any type of business. You sell a product and or a service, and you make money selling that product and or service. And so like for affiliate marketing, it's kind of like being any sales rep or anyone like a sales job where now if you send someone to XYZ or Walmart and someone makes a purchase, you're getting a commission for that sale. So how many guys does that make sense? Comment below because I want to break this down so you guys can really understand, right? If someone purchases, right, the biggest thing is that people just don't understand that whole aspect, and I'll break that down really simply for you guys. But basically, you have a product and or service. You match that up with an audience that's actively looking to purchase that product or service. And when people purchase it, you earn a commission from there. The big part is, great, I found a product. How do I find an audience that's looking for it? You know what I mean? And so one of the big things, make sense? Make sense? Okay, great. So you guys get that. Now, if you knew how to, just like what Carson's saying, if you could find an audience and drive them to a certain product that was interested in that audience, you could have checks coming to your mailbox, living up. You could literally, as long as you had a laptop and an internet connection, could work from anywhere in the entire world, could be spending more time with your friends and family, could be doing all this, okay? So what we started in the beginning, right, was now one of the parts is a sales funnel, right? Finding that traffic, but now you get that traffic to see something. Now what do you got to do? And so there's a whole entire sales funnel from a capture page, right? So all of you guys that caught you right now, what was the first page? You might have watched a video inside your news feed. You clicked a link. You got to a page that you put your name and your email. That's a lead capture page. And so normally what we were doing is we were teaching people how to build this. So now you had to learn how to build that page, learn how to write the words to make people put their name and their email in. And if you didn't do it properly, no one would put their name and email in. It didn't work, right? But if you got it right, great. Now it goes on to the next step. Now you need a thank you page. Now you're actually mailing that list as well. And so now you got to learn how to write subject copy that makes people open an email, body copy that makes people click the email, right? And so now they get to a webinar presentation like this. You got to learn how to do this. There are so many different pieces. And can you guys agree that that can get a little bit overwhelming if you're coming in brand new, having to build that page, build this page, learn how to do the email, learn how to do these, right? There's a lot of different pieces that came into the puzzle. And so while us always coming from the place of how do we create the easiest, simplest solution for the newest person, well, we realized that doing it that way, teaching people how to build every single piece, the whole 100%, was a big learning curve, about a year and a half to 2 years before they started doing anything. It took me two years till I got to a $10,000 a month, $2,000 a month, right? So we needed something simpler. So we cross and we go, well, hey, we've spent the 2 years learning how to do this. We know how to build the capture pages. We know how to do the thank you pages. We know how to mail the emails. We know how to do the webinars. We know how to do all this. What if we automate all of that, give them that? So now 90% of the work's done for them. They still have to do 10%. There's nothing that comes in that's not done. There's still some work, and we're going to get into that in a second here. But literally, you just go through click-by-click training on how to do the ads, and the rest of the part was automated for you so you could earn while you were learning. It wasn't until, because before what happened is if you didn't know how to get every single one of those pieces, from the capture pages to the thank you page to the webinar, if you didn't get every one of those perfect, you don't make $1, right? Versus here, you have 9 of those pieces together and you go through the click-by-click training showing you how to do this. So now when we're saying like we had 22 people do 6 figures, it's because they don't have to go through that learning curve now. So that you guys are here, again, why do we do this? We do this so that people that are here that have no internet marketing experience, that have no business experience, that have never tried any type of entrepreneurship, we've broken this down as simple as possible for the everyday average person to have the easiest transition from employee to entrepreneur, because we know that if we get to there, now we can start creating life on our own terms. Like, how many of you guys would want to create a life where you got to wake up and, you know, for Carlson, he loves to surf. What did he want to do? He wants to live close by it where you can go surf, so you can wake up, go surfing every day. That's what he loves, right? He was now able to do that, and he can go on trips anywhere. He can do all those things because, right, he saw what was going on in the marketplace. He found someone who had the results that he was looking to achieve. He found people and was willing to be modeling and coachable, and found the mentors that we had, was willing to put in the work. And now he creates a life that most people don't even realize is possible. So for all of you guys that are sitting here and watching right now, right, when you look at what Carlson had to do to get here or what I had to do to get here, right, there were so many different pieces, right? Driving the traffic, but then the capture pages, the thank you pages, the emails, the webinars, the calls, all those things that now, when you guys pay very close attention and watch the end of this, we've automated 90% of that process so that now you don't have to learn every single piece without making $1. You actually have all those pieces put in place, and you just go through the basic training on how to set up your Facebook ads so that you can show you guys how to do this. So if you guys are really, really serious, like, this is by far the most profitable thing you could possibly do, because it's everyone wants to be able to travel more. They want to hang out with their friends and family more. They want to be able to go and do those things that they love. And they wonder, like, well, how am I ever going to do that? They're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, making someone else rich, not realizing that this is even possible. But now you guys are here, and you guys have now seen myself, seen Carlson, we've gone into a little bit. You guys now see not only that it's possible, but that now this is by far the perfect timing, because you don't have to go through what we did in the beginning. And as you guys pay very close attention watching the end of this webinar, you guys are going to see how you can have imagine if 90% of your business was built the exact way that Carlson would build his business, or that I would build mine, so that you're coming in brand new, being able to work a business like someone that does 6 or 7 figures does. Do you think that'd be a lot easier? How many guys would rather have that? How many guys would rather have 90% of the process automated by people that already have a proven concept, that already have proven that it works, right? And so that you can now just model and follow that rather than having to kind of figure out everything on your own. How many guys would rather have something like that? And as you guys pay very close attention and watch to the end, we're going to break down exactly how you guys can all do that. So David says, me, I would love it. Great. Well, you guys are in the perfect spot. This is why we do what we do. We always do this to create the easiest, simplest solution for that. So for you, Robert, or David, or Cody, or any of you guys that are here that don't have experience in business, that's why we did this. Is specifically for you, because we know there's way too many people that are working, living paycheck to paycheck, doing something they hate, right? Spending all that time away from their friends and family, not doing things that they love, and the life that is supposed to be the most amazing thing that we all have ends up being something that most people dread, because the majority of their time is being spent doing something that they don't want to do, and it's not the way that life is meant to be. And what we want to be able to do here is just be able to give you guys something that you can build off of and truly create a life that you love, whether that's like Carlson wanting to surf, or whether it's you want to travel around the world, or whether it's you want to spend more time with your kids, or go to baseball practice, or whatever it may be. Whatever, I'm not here to tell you what you love, but it's just the fact that every single one of you guys has the exact same potential to be able to create a life that you love. We want to be able to give you the easiest solution to be able to create that. So Carlson, I'll jump in right here.
Awesome.
And we'll get going.
Yeah, buddy. Thanks, brother. Awesome. Awesome. So guys, I'm sure that brought you a ton of clarity, right, guys? Freaking great. Thanks, you brother. All right, so let me go ahead and show you this and show you exactly what's going on here, guys. Awesome. It's beautiful. I got this beam blocking me perfect right here so I can see you guys better. All right, I'm going to start sharing my screen here, guys. Gadoosh, gadoosh. And I'm going to see if the chat, I'm going to actually pause it. Guys, I'm just going to pause the chat here for just a second, okay, guys? So I want you guys to really focus very clearly on this next part, okay? We'll open the chat back up here in just a minute, okay? I'm sharing my screen, and here we go. All right, guys. So this is what Jane was talking about. Now, normally, guys, when you get that link, it's not just great enough to sign up and like, okay, now I'm an affiliate for a company X, Y, or Z, but now I got to learn to drive traffic. Now, here's what's really cool about building what's called an online high converting sales funnel process. Now, as you can see there, I'll give you a couple visual, like this is what the funnel process looks like. At the end of the bottom of that funnel is a shopping cart, right? Now, this is what's cool. When you have an automated system online, the job of a high converting sales funnel is do the selling and the telling about your product or your service for you, right? So the next thing you need going through that funnel is what we call traffic online, right? Eyeballs. And like Jane was saying there earlier, you want to be able to put offers in front of the people who are actually raising their hand every day looking for that offer, right? So what you do is you're driving tons of traffic through the funnel. They're getting emails, you're seeing your videos, your ads, whatever it is to get the information they need. Now they like, love, and trust your product and service, right? And they're going to do what they're going to do, they can click the buy now button, right? Because this is making sense to you, right? And this is the kind of system that you really want to be working with. Now, normally, like Jane was saying there, guys, normally, in order to do this, this is what we did. For 3 years, or sorry, I would say this first. Like I said, you're going to learn from mistakes or mentorship, guys. Learn from a mentor, right? It's called modeling. If anybody knows who Anthony Robbins is, he talks about modeling. Like, go out there, find the person who's got the results you want, and then go do every single thing they're doing to get those results, right? That's exactly what you want to do, right? So that's what we did, right? We went and chased down, we spent thousands and thousands of dollars the last 3.5 years chasing down the best mentors in the industry, spending good money on education, plane tickets, hotels, all these things to get that education, right? So we got an online internet marketing education, right? But then like Jane was saying, guys, in order to actually make that funnel work, there's a whole bunch of tools and there's a lot of costly with that. So like that red funnel I showed you, it looks really nice and simple, right? But really these are the moving parts. You need an autoresponder, right? You need something called to capture those emails, which is capture pages, right? You need something not only to be able to like do live presentations like you're seeing here tonight, but you got to buy software to actually make that stuff happen. Then guys, I don't care if you got the best things since sliced bread. If you don't know how to put it in front of the right eyeballs, then you got nothing. So you need what's like a fast Facebook ads education, which today in which we all spent was about $1,000, right? Then guys, once you got that all together, you need to track where all of your links are, your incoming links are coming from, and track all of your data. So guys, as you can see, that's another $800 a year. So guys, you're going to need to do that, right? You're going to need to get the right mentorship, the right training, and everything you need to build that funnel successfully. Right? That's what we did, and this is why the Global Affiliate Zone was built, guys, because we realized after trying to teach everybody what you're looking at right there, we even tried to cut the part out where they had to go to mentorship, right, and spend the money to go to those events and just teach them step by step, like, we got the product, but go build that. That's why most people fail, guys. That's why the Global Affiliate Zone was built for you. So, like, what if, guys? What if? What if we just automated 90% of that process for you? I just showed you, right? It's like James said there. Would you guys rather have an 90% automated system for you or rather do 100% of the work, right? What if we just handed you the same high converting offer that's already proven to bring checks to your mailbox, right? You don't need to go out there and sift through all the different tens of thousands of stores and offers out there. Like I was saying a minute ago, you want the results from the people who are getting results, model what they're doing. Just promote the same products and use the same system, right? The other thing is, guys, we'll build the capture pages for you. We'll even build your autoresponders for you. We'll even email your leads on your behalf, making sure they get all the information that they need. They can show up to live presentations and get trained up properly. We'll even handle sales presentations and the webinars like you guys are watching right now. And guys, we'll even close the sales for you. And during all this, to make this work, to make that whole system work, all you have to do is follow click-by-click training on setting up your ads, guys. And how about it, like that last little button there, when coaching calls, when the newest member joins, what if we make sure we get on the phone and we coach them for you? We make sure they know exactly how to set up and run their business. Now, a lot of people at this point are like, dude, Carlson, Jang, I'm in. It makes sense. You guys have a marketing machine called the Global Affiliate Zone, and that machine turns out customers for whatever product or service you're promoting. Then you're absolutely right on point. So then what does your work look like? Well, guys, you're going to love it because this is so easy. Now, check this out. Lean in, pay attention. This is very important. You're going to love this because you're going to be like, wait, that's all I have to do on a daily basis in order to grow my business? Holy cow, I love it. So first thing we're able to do, click by click, over-the-shoulder training, is teach our members how to set up a Facebook fan page, right? Very simple to do. And guess what, guys? You don't need to be a social media Godzilla or Queenzilla or anything like that, guys. You don't need to put this in front of your friends and family. You don't need a big social background, guys. We'll show you how to drive traffic to this thing, right? Okay, so first of all, you're setting up a Facebook fan page. Then you're going to go into our Global Affiliate Zone back office, which you're going to get access to and hear a little bit when you register. Okay, then you're going to download the ad videos that we've already shot for you. You're going to upload to your fan page along with the ad copy and your affiliate link, which we talked about earlier. Then following our step-by-step, click-by-click, over-the-shoulder training, you're then going to you're going to use Facebook Business to then create ads that show up into people's news feeds who are actually looking for that type of opportunity or product or service. Pretty cool, right? So how's that work? Now, I want you to think about this. That's also the top of the funnel, right? This is the sales funnel, guys, because guess what? They first get in the sales funnel and they see that video in their news feed the next day. It says, hey, this is Carlson or Jang or Julian, and I was a broke personal trainer struggling to survive. Now I make multiple six figures, full-time business online, travel the world, live at the beach. So they see that video. They're like, oh my gosh. They click on the link because they want more information, right? As instructed. Then what do? They go over to what's called the capture page where they can then get a little more piece of that information, right? A little more of the piece of the puzzle. They then enter their email address. Guess what now? Now we have them in your autoresponder, right? We're sending them emails. We're giving them testimonials. We're showing more about what we do. We're building credibility, right? And guess what happens? Next, they're moving down to the sales funnel. Not again, that last part, right? Now they're coming to a live presentation, right? Maybe they're seeing a long sales video, sales page, whatever it is. Now they like, love, and trust your product or service. So what are they going to do? Again, they're going to click the buy now button because this is making so much sense to you, right? Now, you have to agree with me, right? The proof is in the pudding. Why do I say that? Well, guess what? You're here on this webinar. That's proof what we just talked about absolutely works because guess what? You saw our ad in your Facebook newsfeed. You liked it. You clicked on a link. You entered your email address. We sent you, our system sent an email on behalf of one of our members. Think about this. There's 9,300 plus people in our community. They're off living their life, having dinner, doing whatever they want with their family right now. We're sitting here working for them to help build their business for them, right? And guess what? We sent you an email. You showed up. Now you're watching the offer. That's pretty cool, right? You got to agree. Now, the only question is really, my friend, is if we show you how to do this, I mean, all of this, step by step, click by click, over the shoulder training, are you actually going to do it? Because guys, we want serious people. Okay, it's not a job. It's not some pyramid scheme. It's not sort of scam. It's a legitimate business, guys, and we will show you step by step, click by click, how to grow on a daily basis. Okay, because I can promise you, we know we've got 9,300 people in this community. We have 23 six-figure earners. We have about a little over 2 or 3 dozen people have quit their job in the last year alone. Okay, guys. Are you ready? Are you ready to change? Are you drawing the line in your sand? So you know what? I don't care what it takes. I'm going to freaking change my life, and I'm going to do it because we have the solution for you. So about this time, a lot of people are like, okay, cool. I'm on point. Marketing machine. You can point to anything you want to drive sales for. Awesome. You do think that's great. How do I get money? Well, you're going to love this because guess what? There's actually 2 ways to build an income with the Global Affiliate Zone. So the first way, guys, just by using the Global Affiliate Zone system, guys, which, by the way, you're going to see here and get access to in just a few minutes, okay, where it tracks all of your data so you can tell from literally click to sale who showed up to webinar, who bought into the system, who's using what, you can see everything there, guys. It's such a dynamic platform with real-time leaderboards, every stat you need to run your business. So by using that platform, guys, you're also going to be earning a 30% monthly residual income as new members come in and use the system. Just a quick example. Let's say for the month of May, you brought in 10 customers this month. Well, then you would have brought in about another $300 of passive residual income. Okay. Now let's say those same 10 customers, you use the system again next month, and then you bring in 10 more customers for the month of June. Well, guess what? Now you have 20 customers. Now your monthly passive residual income goes up to about $594 a month. How cool is that? So guys, remember, it's like Warren Buffett said, if you're not building a passive residual income, if you're not making money while you sleep, you're going to be working to the day you die. Okay. Now here, you're getting really excited about this because guess what? Then by being a part of the Global Affiliate Zone, using our system that then promotes products and services on the back end, you get the opportunity, like I was saying earlier, find your mentor who's making the income that you want and go model and sell the same products they are. We're going to give you the opportunity, guys. And this is where you can start earning $300 to $4,000 per sale, guys. I love nothing more than cranking out those $4,000 sales, guys. It's all you need is a few of those a month, I'm sure, to crank out the lifestyle you're looking for. Now, guys, we've partnered with the best companies in the world, and the one we partner with currently is amazing. Been around for actually a little over 42 years. They're an established global company. They have offices all around the world. They sell life-changing health products and medical devices, which is a very key thing here. It's really awesome. They have the highest level awards for quality and assurance, guys. Okay, best company, highest ratings for 42 years. They have an amazing lucrative comp plan. They actually have a patent on that. And I can tell you, I love the patent. I can say the Global Affiliate Zone was pointing our company at our eyes at one company for a while. We had to switch companies because of a bunch of red flags. We point to this company and literally income's quadruple. Okay. Plus, when you learn more, you'll find out how there's actually potential to earn what's called lifetime income there. Absolutely love it, guys. And here's something really exciting too. Because if you heard me mention there's medical devices and some of the products and services, guys, you can actually get a certain type of financing to start your business. Really cool. So by now, guys, you're probably going, okay, Carlson, all right, Jay, I get what you guys are doing, okay? It's really about figuring out what my why is, how I'm going to go out there and live my life, and having the right vehicle, right? The right vehicle to fund that life, and then having the right mentorship being there, coaching me, guiding me along the way, each step of the way as I continue to grow my business, as I grow become the best person I can possibly be, right? So you're probably wondering how much you get in. I want to start with you guys, right? Well, guess what, guys? When you go and join the Global Affiliate Zone, GAZ Success Team right now, guys, okay, you're also going to get a half-hour coaching call with our professional coaches to map out a game plan for you. Guys, this is something we never had, and we decided this was so important because it's really important for you to get on the phone with a professional coach who can listen to where you're at. You're going to tell them, I am here financially. I'm here spiritually, mentally. I got to get myself to a better place. How do I leverage the system and the community you guys have to get there? And you're going to get a game plan out with them. That is absolutely so powerful. You're going to love that transformation. Plus, guys, we have our coaching and mentor training packed in there, guys. You're going to go in, you're going to see your whole training system. Everything's done for you. Plus, guys, you're getting access to the Global Affiliate Zone system. It's a dynamic response system, okay? And it's cost a little over $350,000 up to date to actually build this, okay? You're going to get access to that, guys, okay? As well, you're getting access to private groups, the weekly webinars, and the weekly trainings. This is not something where you're going to join and be like, okay, I joined this company and I got nobody to talk to, you know? I can't get no help. No, not here, guys. The word family gets used more than does community inside of here, guys. We have private group chats set up. So every time you have a question, you go type it in there and you're just going to be flooded with people trying to help you make sure you get the answers that you need. Plus, guys, we have Tech Talk Tuesday where we have some very powerful conversations every Tuesday, helping uplift, motivate, inspire you guys with all the everything that we're doing. Plus, we have the Hangouts on Wednesday, guys. We can literally get on there and ask us questions about your business so we can help you move forward, guys. Absolutely going to love that. Plus, all the mentorship and training you need to build a successful online business. And as I sit here on my deck looking at those waves going, I cannot wait to get in those water, and you get to start living your life, guys, that is absolutely priceless. Okay, I tell you, once you get this taste of freedom, once you can get up and just wave your kids off to school, go crop up back in bed if you want, or go jump in the ocean, or go run around with the person that you love, it's priceless. You'll never go back. Plus, guys, we'll even give you the Facebook ads training. It's all done for you in the back office, okay? Plus, don't forget, you're going to start earning passive residual income of 30% just from using the Global Affiliate Zone. So, guys, how much is that? Well, as you see that $30,000 price tag popped up, or guess what? I'm going to go ahead and drop your heart rate real quick. Boom. You're not going to have to pay $30K. Now, why does that say $30,000? Well, why does it say that, guys? Well, I can tell you that we've been a part of a lot of systems. Matter of fact, our mentor, right before we met him, he was promoting an offer that was costing $40,000 for an education system. Now, I want you to explain this, guys. Now, you could go out there and spend $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 in 6 months to over a year to go then get coaching like this, right? And over time, you're going to get how to put this piece together, and try to build a business online. That's what we did. That's what we did, right? Or we're going to cut that down and give you a solution where you can have 9% done for you. All the pieces that you need, the puzzles are done, and we're learning one skill set. By the way, a skill set you own, an education you own, a skill set you can take with you anywhere. Because guys, you want to make money, you want to know sales and marketing, right? And you're going to know that when you go through our education course as well, guys. So it's not going to be $30,000. We decided to break it down to a monthly chunk that's going to be affordable for every single person listening tonight, guys, because we are really dedicated to helping a brand new average person transform their lives, because we know the power of how powerful it really is to go live your why, guys. So if you're ready to live your why tonight, guys, you're ready for your 90% done for your global affiliate zone system, guys. It is only going to cost $99 a month to get started today, guys. Absolutely amazing to start your own business. I'm so excited to share this information with you guys. So let me pop out here for just a second here. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get started, and then I'm going to bring Jang out here, and then we've got a couple people here are going to share some stories with you guys. All right, so let me share my screen. Here's what I just did for you guys. To get access to the Global Affiliate Zone, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you guys. So you see my screen here? This is the same screen you guys are looking at, right? I'm simply going to click the refresh button, guys. And then, boom, like ninja magic, you can see right there below the screen, guys, this orange button has popped that says join the success team right now, guys. So I'm going to open up the chat really quick here, as well as I'm going to show you step-by-step what it's going to be like for you going into Global Affiliate Zone. So, guys, first you're going to click this green button, or this orange button. You're just going to land on a page that looks just like this. I'll put new card there. Okay, so guys, enter in your name, all your proper contact information, as well as the best phone number possible. Because guys, you are going to get within 24 hours a quick 2 to 3 minute welcome call from our coaching floor, just to say, hey, welcome to Global Affiliate Zone. Make sure you have all the information that you need, your welcome email, your login information, and then to get you started, right? And then guys, just want to let you know, you're getting access to the Global Affiliate Zone Pro membership. Okay, guys, it's a proprietary coaching process, right? So as you go through, that's when you get to learn about our back-end offers that we promote, right? Because this is a proprietary information for our affiliates only, right? And by the way, guys, just to let you know, for anybody out there who's worried about this, right, or has any kind of hesitation about this, guys, we have a 100% money back guarantee for 14 days. Guys, come into the system, right? Get plugged into the training. Start gathering the education, that knowledge that you need to start growing your business, transforming your life. Get on that coaching call with one of our professional business coaches. Go through the entire process, and for some reason, guys, for some reason, it doesn't happen very often, but for some reason, it doesn't feel like it lines up with you guys, we have a 14-day money-back guarantee. You simply click a submit ticket, and we will get you right back into the community. And guys, you want to do something? Let me show you something real quick. Let me show you here, guys. Let me give you a sneak peek of the back end. Then I'll bring Jang out here. Look at this, guys. So after you click that green button, you submit, guys, you're going to land in the back office, except for you're going to minus that red. I just got to change email there. But look at this, guys. Look at this sexy back office. First of all, there's Jang. Speaking of sexy man, look at him. There he is. Welcome video. You're going to watch that short little video. He's going to tell you step-by-step how to get started. And guys, look at this. It could not be any easier to get started moving forward. Look at this. Book your coaching call. Step number 1. Right, guys, and you simply just unlock each one of these steps as you move all the way across, and your business is set up and running. And guys, really quick, I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at this marketing center here. Okay, look at this marketing center. Now look at this, guys. Look at this real-time leaderboards. You can see who's crushing it, who's got the leads here, right? You can see, guys, look at all your. This is just marketing center, right? You can see your coaching calls, who's lined up, where the coaching calls being done. You can see I got a few calls pending there. You can see your commissions coming in, guys. Let me zoom in here. Look at all your links we have for you done. Here's all those. Remember I talked about affiliate links, guys? Well, here you're going to get your affiliate link. They're all coded to you. So every time somebody clicks on that button, goes through that funnel process we described for you earlier very clearly. When you get a sale, when that goes through, you're going to get paid a commission. How cool is that? And 2 more things, guys. Look at this. Marketing materials, done for you. Videos, done and shot for you, right? Ad copy, done and shot for you. Everything is ready to go and done. All you got to do is copy and paste, and you're running your business, guys. And just to show you, we have a live community here. Let me click on community, and this will take us right over to our Facebook page. I just want to see what it is today. There's so many people joining us. So many people are excited to get started. As you can see here, guys, I'll zoom in. Look at that. We're at 9,457 members as of today, guys. And it's very exciting. Why? Because what's happening is you can see all these new members being welcomed to the community, getting the coaching, getting the support, getting the training. And, guys, this is so, so important because let me stop sharing my screen here, guys. Because not only are you getting access to the best system that's going to, as long as you apply exactly what we show you, you're going to get results. And it's an inevitable course of forward movement. You just got to keep moving forward. But something you're going to love as much as that system, if not even more, that we hear in the community, guys, is that they're getting more love and support right now from this community. More people are believing them. More people are reaching out and supporting them in their dreams and their visions than some of their friends and family that are actually around them. And that's okay, whatever's going on. But now within this community, they have that support, right? They have people who know it's possible and uplifting and motivating, inspiring every single day. And every day you're going to be able to connect with like-minded people who are uplifting you, motivating you, inspiring you, and they're getting shit done. They're getting results. You're going to see that every day. Like so-and-so is. I just got another. I got a message today. One of our guys named Jason just putting in his 2-week notice. So that's amazing, right? Yeah, Jason's 2-week notice. I have another friend who just is her last day is starting on June 1st in her job. She gave a month notice. And guys, we want to give that to you. We want to give you the opportunity to get up every single day and live the life that you dream of, whatever that is for you, whatever it is. It's possible. When you plug in, you have the mentorship, the community, and a system like this running for you. So you know what, guys? Thank you for showing up. I'm going to bring out Jang here for a second, and we're going to bring out Cody, guys.
I'll pop Cody.
Yeah.
All right.
How many guys? Let's pop out to the. Let's take the glasses off too. How many guys, after seeing that, right, are excited and ready to get set up? How many guys right there? Now you guys can kind of see it. You can see how an income online is generated, right? It's very, very, very easy to see now, right? You can see how we find offers, how we match them up with audience. But what we're going to do now is for all of you guys that click that orange button below and get started right now, right? And for all of you guys, I just want to let, before I jump into something here, you guys starting to get this and how powerful this is? Because one of the big things when anyone gets into this space at all, and I want to get some feedback here before we jump into this, but how many guys really understand the possibility of this? Because we were having a conversation last night actually with someone, and it's getting to the point now where if you guys really understood, the big thing is that people just don't know, is it real, is it not? If everyone understood, like if someone just hung around me and Carlson all day and just saw how we lived all day, every day, we literally do whatever we want, whenever we want, with whoever we want, travel around the world, spend time with our family, do the things that we love. And if everyone saw that and realized that, like, wow, that was actually a possibility, everyone will be doing this, right? Now you guys have seen that. You guys seen that it's proof. You've seen Carlson for the last while. We've been doing this for a while now. We have so many people creating success. Now, the only part that comes into play now is, okay, maybe Carlson is doing it. Maybe all these 22 other people, which is now it's past a coincidence. A coincidence happens twice. This is multiple people that we have over 50 or something people that have quit their jobs, and 22 people that have earned over 6 figures, right? Show more of the view. You want to see the views right there, right? Check that out. I like waking up to that every day, right? Yeah. So I want to leave you with this before we bring up someone else, because one of the big things when I first got into this, and so you guys see that this is possible, right? Now, I want you guys to like think about when we were first getting started, right? This was still possible, right? But now all of those pieces that we showed you, the capture pages, the funnel, all those things, when he showed you the system, the videos that are done, the training that's done, the capture pages that are built for you, the funnels that are done for you, the webinars none of that stuff was there. But we saw that and go, I don't care what we have to do. I'm going to find the people that have the results that I'm looking to achieve, right? And I'm going to model and follow what they do, and I'm going to get those results. And yes, there was a big learning curve, but it didn't matter, right? Now, every single one of you guys, and as you guys click that orange button below and got signed up right now, you guys have such an amazing advantage to be able to go through and now, instead of having to like get every piece of the puzzle together before you make $1, 90% of it's automated. You can earn while you learn. I want you guys to look at this as there's no such thing as get rich quick, right? If you're looking for something that you just click a button and money falls out of the sky, do not click that orange button below and join right now, because that's not for you. There's no such thing as get rich quick. This is something that you want to look at this. We want to be able to teach people how to be able to create generational wealth, not something that's like, oh, I get rich here and then it's gone the next month. How many guys want to be able to create not only wealth and for yourself, just to be able to have your own financial freedom for yourself and your own family, but to your kids and their kids' kids? Like, we want to be able to show you guys how to be able to first take care of yourself, right? First, start getting that time back. The 40, 50, 60 hours a week spent making someone else rich, let's get you that back so that you're spending that time either doing something you love or surrounded by the people that you love, right? And then you can start taking that time and really start living life on your own terms, whether it's you want to travel or do things that you love with the people you love, whatever it is that you're looking to be able to do. But one of the things that when you look at all the successful people, right, and after talking with a lot over the last couple of years and seeing a bunch of different people, one of the very common things on every single successful person I've asked is they always make their decisions based on their circumstances and where they want to go, right? And so I'm seeing a couple of people here that go, oh, I only got $30, or a lot of you guys, is this in USD? Yes, it is, right? I don't have enough, right? It's coming from a place of, when I remember being at a butcher shop making $10 an hour, guy. That was only like 3-4 years ago. I was making $10 an hour at a butcher shop in North Vancouver, barely graduated, dropped out of college, and I had no idea what I was going to do with my life, right? And then this came out, and I didn't have money for anything. I'm going into my $500 overdraft every week as if it's another credit card, right? But I knew that my thoughts and my actions had given me the results that I'd had so far, and that result was me at a butcher shop making $10 an hour, broke, hating my life. And so if I kept thinking the same way and I kept taking the same actions, I was going to keep getting the exact same result, right? And so when I was in that spot, I knew that if I wanted a different result, I needed to start taking different actions. And actually, Adam, I'm Canadian. And so you say Canadians pay more. You pay more one time, you get paid more every single time you get paid, right? So you're paying once. Every commission you earn is in US and you get paid more. So we actually like to joke around, Adam, and call it like the Canadian bonus, which is awesome. Awesome. So a lot of you guys are already getting set up. Make sure you refresh your page, click the orange button. But this is one of the biggest things. And from the very beginning, this is what we've always strived to do, right? Like me, Carlson, Julian, like all of us, we could go off on an island, not teach anyone, just do it on our own and make $100,000 a month. And that's great, right? But you don't get fulfillment out of just making money. And some of you guys might be in a spot right now where you're like, hey, if I made 10 grand a month, I'd be happy as hell. The money doesn't do it. Whether you make 10 grand, 50 grand, $100,000 a month, that's not what gets you fulfilled. What gets you fulfilled is when we have 22 people that have made 6 figures and they come to us so grateful that we've changed their entire life. That's where we get fulfillment out of. That's why we spent $300,000 to develop the system for all of you guys that don't know how to do marketing, so that we can give you the easiest transition from employee to entrepreneur to be able to create your life by your own design. Because if you didn't, like most people, if this didn't exist, we have found a gap in the marketplace where people weren't willing to go 2 years to learn how to do all this stuff, right? So we needed to create something that was an easier transition, right? So that every average people that could come here, we leveled the playing field. So that when you click that orange button below and you join right now, you're immediately getting put onto one of our business planning and coaching process, so that you can go through and get exactly where you're at, figure out where you are right now, where you wanting to go, what goals you want to hit, what you want to be able to do with your life, what's your perfect day look like, so that we can bridge that gap and get you from where you are now to where you want to be as fast as physically possible. Right. So as you guys are clicking the orange button below, you'll get a call from our coaches in the first 24 hours. You get started in the coaching process, and then you'll get booked onto one of those half-hour coaching calls with one of our coaches, so we can really map out a game plan custom specific to you. One thing I would really get clear on this is the biggest thing for me that allowed me to get from where I was to where I am now. If you refresh your page, Mizia, you'll see the orange button pop up. And no business is free. Absolutely, Mark. Right. The biggest thing for me was I got to the point, I had tried so many times to make money online and I got scammed. There's so much crap out there, right? There's people that give you all these promises, say they're going to do stuff. This is why we want to log into the back office and show you the back office, so you can see it, it's there, because there's so much crap, right? And so I got to a point where I thought there was no way to be able to earn an income, right? And then by the time I did learn and found a mentor, there was so much to learn that the everyday average person wasn't willing to learn and do all of that. So our vision from the very beginning was, how do we always create the easiest, simplest solution for the newest person, so that brand new people, and we're always being on the leading edge. We're just about to go to an event this weekend to get some new stuff that we're going to be applying to the GAZ as a whole. That's like on the bleeding edge of technology and like virtual and augmented reality, customer experiences, blockchain and gamification, like a lot of really cool stuff that you guys don't even have to learn, because you have experts that are in the field that are putting this all in place for you, so that you don't have to even think or even know about that, so that you can start with the easiest way to start. And then as you start getting it going and you're earning while you learn, then we can start teaching you more. If you want to be able to learn the whole skill set of internet marketing, from driving traffic all the way to generating the sale, we can teach you every little thing. But first we want to do is give you the easiest solution, right? So that whether Mark, Timothy, Adam, all of you guys are here and you have no experience at all, or you're really experienced in marketing, like it doesn't matter where you're at on the spectrum, this has been simplified so easy so that it's click by click. You're literally over our shoulder. And just to prove the point, the next dude that we'll bring out here, just in the last year was one of those 22 people that did 6 figures. And I don't want to take too much of his story out, but I actually got to meet him just about a year ago. I think in June, it'll be now a year. June 2nd, it'll be a year. And This guy came in and was just hungry, and he actually has an amazing story for some of you guys that think, like, I don't want to take too much of it, dude, Cody, but I'd love for you to be able to share kind of where you were at before when you, because you know what, just a little while ago, just what, a year ago, Cody was in the exact same position as all of you guys. He was on the other end of the screen, and he was watching the same information that you guys are watching right now. Now, the only difference between where he is now and where you guys are is literally the time, effort, and energy that he put in over the last 12 months. So, Cody, I'd love for you to pop out and share your story, boss.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me out. I'll
Yeah,
see you here in a week or two, hopefully, if you come out to Vegas. But yeah, so I just wanted to quickly go over just a quick background of my story and where I came from. So I was only 20 when I got started. I'm only 21 now. I actually retired from my 9-to-5 job at 20, never looked back. But, you know, like I said, I was only 20 when I joined. I went through all of the high school stuff. I graduated high school. I went to college. I did that. I graduated college, and then I went to the job that I went to college for, and I started working there, and I did everything that people told me that I had to do to become successful. Like, literally, I just took whatever my parents told me, my teachers told me, like whatever I was told, that's all I had was to do that, and it'll become successful. And then my end-up results from that, like I said, after college, my ending results from all that, what they told me to become successful, was $65,000 in debt and living in an apartment complex with a roommate in the middle of the ghetto in Oregon, in Gresham, Oregon. You could look up Gresham, Oregon. There's plenty of memes around it for how ghetto it is. So you can look that up. That's where I was living. And, you know, I couldn't stand it. I had no furniture. I was eating top ramen. I lost over 30 pounds because I couldn't afford to feed myself. I was sleeping on the ground. I didn't even have a bed. All I had was like a pillow and a blanket, and that's it. And I didn't have anything in the living room, no like outside furniture, no nothing. I didn't even have like a table in my room. I had nothing in the whole place. And I could barely afford to keep it. And, you know, I was like, wow, this doesn't seem like success. And, you know, I was told, again, just do that for 10, 20, 30 years, and you'll eventually be able to get out of there, and you'll eventually have the good life that you wanted. And by the time you're 65, you'll be free. And I was like, and then again, I was like, 65 and free, like, I don't want to be free when I'm on a walker or a cane or something. Like, I want to be free when I can actually enjoy my life and do what I love to do. I love to be outdoors. I love to hike. I love to go snowboarding. I love to go dirt biking. I love to go play paintball. I love to go do all these things. If I try to do that when I'm 65, I'm going to break a hip or something, you know? So it made no sense. And, you know, it just kept hitting me more and more, like a bunch of red flags. Like, this isn't what I want to do. This isn't what I meant for. Like, this is terrible. This is crappy. I was making more money in college, trying to get by in college, than what I was making after I came out of college, which is crazy. And then my college tuition, my bill monthly, they put it out as far as they could. 10 years is the max. So I had to pay every month on it for 10 years. And the monthly bill is almost $600 a month. And it's like, that's like almost what I'm paying for my rent. So now I can't afford to pay that. Now my credit went to crap. And, you know, I just looked up the interest on it. I mean, let's see what it was. You know, my interest on my student loans alone were $162.50 a month. That's how much my interest was on it. That's more than what I'm paying $99 a month. I have to pay it just like you guys. That's more than what I am paying now to generate multiple six figures. And that's just my interest, not including what I have to pay to get rid of that $65,000. That means every month, another $162.50 is added on to that $65,000 for borrowing money from them. You know, and college, I mean, the success rate of it speaks for itself. I mean, 50% of people drop out of high school, 50% of people drop out of college, like overall nationwide, like average stats. And then of all these people, by the time they're 65, 98% can't retire on their own without some sort of help. And 80% of people live paycheck to paycheck. And it's just, all the results are terrible. Like, wow, like I didn't want to do that. And you know, that's when I started looking into like business and stuff. But then I was like, well, I already went to school. There's no way I'm going to get any loans. My credit went from 710 to like 450 because of that. And I'm like, I can't go back to school for business. And then I was like, wait, why would I want to go to school for business anyways and learn from some professor who's making $40,000 a year trying to teach me how to make $400,000 a year? Like, if he could make $400,000 a year, he was a successful business person, then, you know, he wouldn't be teaching me for $40,000 a year. He'd be running his own business. He'd at least be the owner of that college, and he wouldn't be in there as a professor. He would hire someone else for $40,000 because his time would be, more valuable than that. And that's when I was like, okay, well, like, how am I going to learn this? And that's when I came across an ad on my news feed from Eric Carlson. And Eric Carlson's actually the one who taught me on how to, make a business. When I very first got started with this, I was a mechanic. That's what I went to school for. I was, turning wrenches. I didn't even know what the term affiliate marketing meant when I started. Like, I had no idea what any of this meant. And I never really had any experience on a computer except like, YouTube and Google and Facebook, like that kind of stuff. And he just told me what to do. I listened to it. He showed me training videos and I just followed them. And at the end of the videos, I'm like, I had no idea what I just did, but I guess it's done. And I just literally followed everything he told me to do, regardless if it made sense, regardless if I agreed with it, regardless if it made me happy or it made me stressed out that he was telling me to do it. Like, a lot of things he told me to do didn't make sense, but I did it because he had the results I wanted. I would rather learn from someone who's making $40,000 a month than $40,000 a year. I don't know about you, but you're not going to go to a gym and find the 300-pound personal trainer and ask them, hey, I want to get to 160 pounds. I want to be shredded. I want to be 7% body fat. Like, will you help me? Like, you wouldn't do that. You'd find the guy who's 150, 160 pounds, 7% body fat and say, hey, how can I get your body? That's what you got to do in business. You don't go up to a guy who makes $40,000 a year and go, hey, I want to make $400,000 a year. Can you teach me? Like, I know you're certified to teach business. Well, guess what? The personal trainer certified to teach personal training doesn't mean he's going to get business. Okay, so you got to go to the guy who has the results you want, and that's what you got to do. And, it's crazy because, I really look at like how the world's ran right now and like everything that's going on. I do all kinds of research and stuff. And if I was as good of a salesperson as our government is, like, I would be so successful, and I would have changed the world by now because that's how good our government is. They're so good at selling. They convinced pretty much all of you guys on the other end, me at one point, Carlson at one point, Jason at one point, Matthew Jang at one point. We all worked jobs before. Okay, we didn't just come out of nowhere. And they convinced all of us at one point in our lives, every single person pretty much in the United States, our government has done, that the 9-to-5 system is the way that the world's been forever. When in fact, I think I just looked it up. I don't remember the exact date, but it was invented in like 1912 or 1922 by Ford Motor Company. And so it's been around for about 100 years. And the world has been around for a lot more than 100 years. So what were they doing before that? Entrepreneur work, freelance work, self-employed work. What are they doing now? Self-employed work, entrepreneur work. The 9-to-5 system's going away. And, you don't have to just take it from me. I don't think I can. Let me see if I can share my screen. I can. Look at that. Like, just look at this real quick. And Carlson or Jang, if you could pop out and just let me know if my screen's sharing or not. Like, just real quick, if you can. If someone's there.
Yeah, Cody, it's sharing.
Yep.
Awesome. So look, don't take it from me. This is Google. Everyone trusts, all this crap. Why not trust it now? Just because it tells you something that you don't want to hear. What is the future of the 9-to-5 job? I don't say anything negative. I don't say, is the 9-to-5 going to extinct? I'm very neutral with this question. I think everyone can agree there. Very neutral. Is it going up? Is it going down? I have no idea. What is the future of the 9-to-5 job? Okay, let's look at every single thing. Future jobs will come out of true entrepreneur spirit. 9-to-5 is dying. 9-to-5 might not exist. Out of the future of pointless jobs, 9-to-5 workday, the robot, taking over is what it's going to say. Are we facing the death of the 9-to-5 jobs? Millennials abandoning the 9-to-5 job. It's time to kill the 9-to-5 job. 5 major ways freelancers will change the economy. Guess what? We're freelancers. Graduates, don't get a 9-to-5. Do something creative. All these places that, Forbes, Bloomberg, all these are trusted sources. And let's just look at a few of them, Business Insider. In 2013, 23 million people were self-employed. You think it's a scam? Well, you got 23 million people to go convince that they are doing something that's not allowed. And that's I'm pretty sure that's just in the US. Okay, this is just US stats. And it's up 24% in 10 years. And it's supposed to go up like crazy amount more than that. We're at the highest peak right now. We're in the biggest trend of it. Okay. This isn't going away. Okay. I'm not going to read all of these things. I'm just showing you some key points. This isn't going away. Business Insider. Everyone knows Business Insider. The death of the work day. 9 to 5 going, obsolete. And it shows the origins right here. Like where was it invented? Henry Ford, which is, Ford Motor Company, was the first to introduce the 8-hour workday into his company in 1914. I was off by 2 years. So, it was a roaring success back then. That was a way to become successful back then. That was during the Industrial Revolution. That's what we needed. That was the trend then. You got to follow trends. Back then, that was a new thing. That was the trend that you got to do. Okay? Back then, 9 to 5 work in 14, I remember already. That was what you had to do. Well, you didn't have to do that, but that was the most way you're going to have a successful, steady life back then. I completely agree with it, but it's obsolete today. It doesn't work. Okay, clearly, advances in online technology have changed the game. Workers can now securely access their work whenever they need to. All this stuff. The 9 to 5 job may soon to be a relic of the past. If millennials have their way, a slow climb in a company. I'm not going to read all that, but look right here. Let me just kind of look at these stats. 60% of millennials are leaving their companies in less than 3 years. 87% of companies report a cost of between $15,000 to $25,000 to replace each lost millennial in their business. Every time a millennial leaves their company, this is how much it's costing them, $15,000 to $25,000. Why do you think robotics are taking over companies? They can't afford to just keep turning over millennials every year, paying this much for each millennial. Their business ain't going to make profit. Why do you think, minimum wage is going down? Because they can't afford to pay these people. They need to become rich. They need to pay you the minimum amount to make them rich. That's how companies work. And, that's why robots are taking your jobs. That's why by 2030, 47% of jobs are expected to be extinct. Let me stop sharing my screen real quick. There we go. So, don't take it from me. Go do your own research. Go look up exactly what I did. Go look up what is the future of the 9 to 5 job. Because guess what? There's a reason the middle class is the middle class is already gone pretty much. You can look that up too if you want. Look up whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not saying that you have to join this either. You just got to do something with your life that's not a 9 to 5. You got to find something. You're never going to find me a part of anything else besides this, because this is the easiest way for the brand new person to come in. And my goal is not to make $1 million. My goal is to help 1 million people. I'm here to help people. So you're not going to find me part of anything else. This is the cheapest system out there you're ever going to find with the best results. So that's why I choose this. You don't have to choose this. You can choose whatever you want. Just don't go to a 9 to 5. You got to figure something out, because guess what? 9 to 5 ain't going to exist for much longer. Just like they said, 2030, almost 50% by 2030 of those jobs will be gone. They already launched. You can look that up too. The first, I think it was Wendy's. That's 100% automated. They have a cook that's automated. It's a robot. It's a machine. The cash registers, they're automated. Everything is automated, 100%. The first fully automated fast food restaurant. And I don't remember where they launched it, but I think it was Wendy's. You can look all this stuff up. Everything's going away. Everything's changing. And just like a species in the wild, where if their environment changes and if they don't adapt, they go extinct. That's how we get extinct species and stuff, because their environment changed, regardless if it's from humans or not humans, regardless if it's from a natural disaster, whatever it is. We go cut down a forest and an animal needs those trees, and they don't find a different way to go find more trees, or if they don't find a way to survive without trees, they're going to go extinct. 9 to 5 jobs is going extinct. So you're either going to adapt to your environment and get in with technology and get in online, or B, you're going to go extinct. You're going to end up one of the homeless people on the streets. Homeless rates are going up a crazy amount every single year. And the reason is because people don't want to adapt. And every single year, jobs are already going away. It's not like 2030, all of a sudden, 47% of the jobs are going to gone that year. I'm saying from today to 2030, progressively year over year over year, the jobs are going away. The reason they would do it today if they could, trust me, they would get rid of every single job today if they could. But the reason they can't is because, just like anything else, if you make some huge drastic change in humankind, Humans notice it and they throw fits. They throw protests. They go, they go crazy. And they're going to go out and destroy all these businesses, boycott them and all this kind of things like, you took my job, blah, blah, blah. But if they just do like a little bit every single year, which is like thousands and thousands of jobs every year, but it's spread out throughout the nation, so you can't really tell, So they do that every single year, and by 20, 30, 47% are gone. You look back compared to last year, well, it's about the same amount of jobs. You look back from the year before, well, it's about the same amount of jobs. People don't look back that far. They don't go, oh crap, like I remember in 2010 when there was 300% more jobs than what it is now. That's why they do it slowly, so people don't freak out. And then eventually you're just going to get used to robots, and you're going to get used to more of them. Then you're going to get used to more of them. And we got two type of millennials. We got the type that are out there trying to make it hustle like me and make something happen for their families. And, they adapt, they hustle, they're hard workers, and they go out and make shit happen in the new day technology age. Then you got the other type of millennials, and sorry for anyone's feelings, but everyone knows it. There's two types. And the other type is the self-entitled type that thinks everything should be handed to them, everything should be free, and they make all the excuses like, I don't got money, I don't got time, I don't got anything. You just hand it to me, you fly out to me, you do everything in your power to make me successful, you pay for my things, everything has to be someone else to do it for them because they feel self-entitled. And you look at anywhere in world history time, before I was born, before my parents were born, before their parents were born, any time in world history, there has never been a system out there that was free to join and make your business so that way you can be successful and make other people successful and give the life for, your family and everything like that. There's nothing out there in human history that's ever been free to join. Okay, luckily we can tell you it's $99 to get started with us. Unfortunately, we can't tell you the price it's going to cost you if you don't join us, because I can 100% guarantee you it's going to cost you a lot more than $99 to not get started with us. It's going to cost you most likely, long term, it's going to cost you millions. Long term. People don't like to look millions, so you can look at it as a few $1,000s a month it's going to cost you. But either way, it costs you a lot more than $99. Oh, you really got to look at it. So it doesn't have to be this, doesn't have to be anything. Like, we're not here to sell you. We're here to show you the results. We're here to show you the facts. We're here to show you what we can offer. We're here to show you there's other things out there. You find something and, you either get started now or tomorrow's not promised to you, and it's no guarantee you can get started later. So like I said, the best time to start was probably 10 years ago. The next best time to start is today. So just remember that and pass it over to Jason. And you there, Jason?
Yeah, Cody. Sorry, dude. Am I coming through okay?
No problem. Yeah, you're all good.
Dude, good to see you, brother. Appreciate you, man. All right,
Appreciate
guys.
you too.
All right, guys. I'm laughing from some of the comments that were happening, and I was just thinking about this, that there's like the majority of comments were coming from one really negative person that was basically begging to borrow $99. And so I started this industry literally 11 years ago, is May of 2006. And I got started in this because I needed an answer, because the previous year, late in the fall of 2005, I had filed bankruptcy, and my son was like 6 months old. My wife was like, what the hell is going on? Like, I marry a guy and like he's going bankrupt, and we have a 6-month-old son, and basically felt like a big loser. And I knew I needed to find a way out. And instead of jumping on some place like this and begging for money, I decided to read. I can't believe I have no books within reach right here. I have books all over my room. They're just not within reach here. That I decided to start reading some books. I decided to look for how to do business online. And fast forward, that's a long, you have to, like, I want you to think about what you're doing 11 years ago. I'm just about to turn 42. Probably don't look it. None of that matters. But like, wherever you were at 11 years ago, and I want you to really get a good, like a really solid perspective of what 11 years means in your life, and just look at what you've done over all those 11 years. even if you've been mostly stagnant, like maybe you're making about the same amount of money if you've even been working that long, maybe not too much has changed in your life. But in the bigger picture, if you really look like, what new skills do you have? What do you have? New routines? Did you gain weight? Did you lose weight? Did you lose relationships? Did you go through, all kinds of health and relationships and money ups and downs and everything else? And then imagine if you ever have been in a place for like a decade, if you've ever done anything for like a decade straight, which most people, almost all of us did school for at least about 10-ish years, plus or minus. A lot of us went way more than that. Like I ended up doing like 18 years or some crap like that. And I do have a college degree, and it doesn't mean a damn thing. And I did graduate with super high grades, and I got a, software engineering job and all this stuff. And all that was me playing the game that most people in the world think you're supposed to be playing, which is go to school, get a job. I know Cody, Cody just talked about all this stuff. I played that game, and that game led to bankruptcy with a brand new son. I'm already having like doubts about being a good dad and husband and stuff. And I'm filing bankruptcy because I decided to play that old plan. And as I was going in to be a software engineer in 1998, launching rockets off, which was so awesome, I didn't realize what a trap that whole corporate America deal was. And I played that game for a decade, guys. I played it literally all the way until 2008 when I went full-time in this industry. And so I wanted to give you that like a perspective of like 11 years, because when I tell you that I've made more than $1 million profit, sales-wise, guys, I've done way over 40 or 50 million bucks throughout all the last 11 years. Profits were 7 figures. Now, I'm not sharing that to brag. I'm sharing that to let you know I'm not like some newcomer to this game. I've been doing this a long freaking time. I've helped over 1,000 people make their first profits online. I have like walked the walk, talked the talk for a long time. I've also got my ass kicked for a long time, all the way up till I found GAZ. And what really happened was I was doing this stuff online, and I was introducing people and helping, when I say I've helped 1,000 people make profits, just because they make $10 profit, let's say they're paying $50 a month and they make 60, that's great. They're now, one of the 1,000 that I helped do that similar type of a thing. And guys, I did help people make a lot more than that here and there, but it was far, far too little for how many people I've worked with over the years. And I'm sharing all this to give you perspective. Like this, you literally will not find anything like GAZ anywhere out there. And it all comes down to your mindset. It all comes down to your freaking heart and your work ethic. This is a freaking business. So I said I would answer some questions. And so once I saw most of the questions were coming from a guy that was just begging everybody for money, and guys, I kicked the guy off. He's not good. That probably sounds like super rude. And I would never do that up till I started to realize I've invested thousands of hours of my life into people exactly like that gentleman. And where it led to was a shitload of frustration and literally getting burned out, and then not helping people like you that are still here and you're engaged, and people that are jumping in the webinar like we just had, or jumping into our system like we just had, like River, welcome in the family. And I know there's several other people, guys, like people like River suffer when there's too many people like the other guy around that got booted. And so I did that as a favor to everybody here. I didn't want to do that. I gave him a lot of chances and he persists. Now I'm not going to feed that a bunch of energy, but it's really important for you to understand that is your spouse. It was my spouse for 3 years, even after I was full-time in this industry. That is your parents. It could be your children. It's probably your boss and other people at work. It's probably your neighbors and uncles and aunts and anybody, that cousins and anybody that you're going to share, that you're trying to make something bigger happen, because what they all know in their hallucination of what they believe based on shit they learned from decades ago, they were taught to go to school, get a job. Guys, dude, all 3 of my children just had their last day of school yesterday. I'm sitting there and my son just moved up to middle school and he graduated 6th grade. It was his first year in middle school. And the principal of the school is giving this big speech all about I forgot what the whole thing was, but then somebody sitting right next to me like, yeah, they were having this conversation about their kids going to college. And I'm looking at them like, God, I wish I could take the plug like in the Matrix and plug what I know and really help them out, because not only have I watched countless people throughout my life, including people I love and my everybody I know has been screwed by corporate America in one way or another. But with where we're going, and Cody just shared a bunch of this stuff, guys, you're going to watch unemployment rates. They will hit the highest anybody's ever seen literally in the history of like the United States, bigger than the Great Depression, bigger than everything. All that will be down the road if you don't take action of your life. And I'm not trying to doom and gloom and scare you into doing something. I am trying to tell you, this is a business. This is not you go to work for 2 weeks, then you get some set upon slavery wages per hour or per month, bi-monthly pay or whatever your paid salary or hourly. None of that shit means anything. Because I can tell you, when I did all the right stuff and I went to college, I got the good grades, I did everything, I made $39,000 a year in 98 launching rockets for Lockheed Martin as a software engineer. That was pretty good money at the time. It's probably pretty good money right now for someone coming out of college. A few years after that, kids were coming out of college doing 60 grand a year as software engineers, which I got to really quickly, but I had a network. I didn't stay at that place. Make $39,000 my first year out of college, right? Then fast forward, if somebody would have told me in 2014 I was going to have my first $80,000 month, $39,000 a year as a software engineer, $80,000 a month as an online business owning entrepreneur. If someone would have told me that was actually possible for Jason Cardamone, just like I'm telling you right now, it's possible for you. I don't give a shit if you have no money to your name and no power and no energy and everything like the guy was saying. What he didn't have was the heart, and he didn't have an open mind, and he wasn't resourceful. You have resources all around you. I know people that are sitting on home equity that won't find 99 bucks. I know people that are sitting on 401ks. I know people that have wealthy relatives or relatives with any money at all. I know people with a fucking heartbeat that can walk door to door and go raise money and do profit sharing and splits and like any creative thing in the whole freaking world and go mow lawns and start mini businesses and do anything. $99 is not hard to find. People that say they can't find it, that's a bullshit excuse. And if that's what you've been telling yourself, I'm calling out bullshit. And I'm using very strong language to like wake you up. That's what most of us in the world have needed at some point or another. Shit, I still need wake ups all the time. Thank God I'm surrounded by people like Carlson and Cody and so many other people in this community and mentors that I've locked arms with and coaches that are like, Jason, you need to freaking show up. Here's where you're screwing up. You need to do this, this, this. And it's not pleasurable. It's not fun to hear and it's painful. But that's the stuff you need, people that are willing to tell you the truth, just like I'm sitting here telling you, just like we've been sharing with you all night. And so this is business. Now, some people were asking about taxes. Do I have to file business license in my country? Almost 100% no in any country in the world, which we operate in like almost every single country. I haven't ever heard of one that somebody needs a business license. Most of the time you can do business through, like, for example, the United States, you do it through your social security number. In Canada, I forgot the name of the number, but you do it through like your government number that's assigned to you as a person. Now, can you form a business? Can you form LLCs and S Corps and C Corps and stack them under and below each other and protect the assets and set up trusts and all this other stuff? Hell yeah, dude. But are you ready to spend multiple thousands of dollars and knowing the right legal counsel and how to set all this shit up? Like, if you're worried about 99 bucks, you're asking the wrong question. That's why I said that earlier. Don't worry about the taxes and all the other stuff. I'm not telling you to not worry about it. Let me give you some clarity around that. Yes, you will be taxed in some capacity. It's probably far less than you think because you can write off a bunch of stuff as an online entrepreneur and business owner. In fact, suddenly you have other expenses you can start to write off, like all the books that are suddenly outside of my hand's reach that I've paid tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars for, I can't show you one. They are all write-offs. The paper that I print out my lesson, that's a Gmail. I better not, I can probably show you this. The paper that I print out scripts on and all this other stuff, all this stuff's a write-off because it's a business expense. If I didn't have a business, I wouldn't be printing out that paper I just showed you. So there's tons of write-offs. They deduct against your income. You have to consult tax attorneys for all that stuff. Yes, there are taxes. They are far lower than what you pay as a normal employee because you get to write off so much stuff. That's one of the benefits of owning a business. In fact, in most places, your business can lose money for a certain period of time, and you can still claim all the deductions and basically make money even though you're not profiting. That is not tax advice. You can't do that indefinitely. You'll have to close your business if you don't make money over a certain number of years. I'm just sharing, like, guys, there's a ton of shit to it and none of it freaking matters. Just sign up and do it on your name and stop worrying about details that don't matter right now. What you need to worry about is getting in the system. If you don't have the 99, go find it, get it, create it, be resourceful and get in the system and get into your coaching process. Just like Rivers, dude, I'm jumping through my coaching process. That's what you need to be doing. What you need to be thinking about, not worrying about taxes. You haven't made any freaking money yet. Who gives a shit about taxes? What you need to worry about is, what are you going to trade that's happening in your life right now to invest into this business? Time, money, energy, resources, your mental capacity. If you go to work early in the morning, like let's say you work a job, if you're blessed enough to have one, let's say you go to your job early in the morning, you're wiped out. Let's say you do some kind of physical work and you think you're going to come home in the evening and grind away doing this totally wiped out. I would recommend, as a certified life and business coach that's coached thousands of people and built teams of way the hell over 50,000+ people over the years, that I'm telling you, set your alarm a few hours early, and because those are the best hours of your day, and crush it before you go waste your time at the place you're soon gonna leave, when you can replace your income online. And then why do you want to do that? Because then when you have more time, more energy, even if you're making the same amount of money, suddenly you can very quickly double, triple, 10 times your income. I was starting to say in the chat, and the guy was like, well, how did he do anything with $200? Because he was very resourceful. Brian Hodgson, right with us, guys, he made $500,000 in his first year. He had never had success in anything online before. He'd never owned a business. He'd never done anything. He's working in the freaking oil field, guys. He was stuck in, I think it was Mexico or somewhere, with $200 to his name, stuck there with his very young son. And he was like, he's calling himself out. This is bullshit. My son deserves better than this. They couldn't even leave the country, guys. He's from Canada. He couldn't go back home because he didn't have enough money to leave freaking Mexico. So what did he do? He ends up making $15,000 in the next 3 or 4 days or something like that. It's insane. Guys, I'm not saying you can do that. I'm also not saying that you can't do that. I don't know how hungry you are, and I don't know what you're made of. But Brian found a way. This was way more than $99. He busted ass, and he literally made miracles happen. And now he has freaking countless numbers of people that are making multiple 4 and multiple 5 figures a month, including guys underneath him that he's raised up doing well over $50,000 and $90,000 a month, all in the last year. And I got to find out. I have something beeping. It's driving me free. Hold on. I know what it is. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I have the chats going beep, 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 beep. Okay, I got rid of it. So what products are you directing people to buy? Martin, I will answer your question. It's all proprietary information. Every single ounce of it is discussed in your coaching sequence. I can tell you it's completely legitimate. It is completely ethical. Eric shared some of it within the webinar. If you weren't paying attention, I guess you're going to have to come back later and rewatch that part of it. You're not going to get all the details. It's proprietary. We don't divulge everything we do out for people to try to hack our system and go do some crap version of it and then ruin it, because nobody can replace the heart and the kind of people and the vision of what we have here within GAZ. They're like, literally, guys, even if somebody could possibly replace the technology, which is like $300,000 worth of funds that have gone in over the last year here, probably about maybe a little over a year, that even if someone came up with that money and invested in the tech side of it, they can't replace the heart and the leadership. They can't replace the experience behind this community. You will not find anything like this. You're not going to, there is no way. I have not seen anywhere where people can come in with no background and start making 4 and 5 figures a month with zero experience, guys. It's not like, here's what you see. In most of this industry, here's what you're going to find. Guys like me and guys like Carlson that have been doing this a decade, that they have a big ass influence and they just send out one email and put one Facebook post and dozens of people jump in and all of a sudden they're making tons of money and then they just rely on those people. That's what the majority of the industry is. And most of all the top income earners, you see all across, dude, guys, I know one of the top income earners in the entire industry of online, like direct sales and internet marketing online. And what he shared with me back in 2009, one-on-one, private, it was actually in his hotel room late at night. We were done. We'd been partying all night after an event we were at. And he was sharing like some, basically coaching me and mentoring me. He's all, dude, guys, I was just a few years. I had just gone full time, like in the past year at this point. So he shares with me, he's like, Jason, if you stay in this industry and just grow a big enough influence, you'll never, like, you'll be able to stay in this industry the rest of your life. Because if something ever happens to anything you're ever in, you just bring everybody with you. And at the time I was like, dude, that's amazing. I really want to stay in that kind of thing. And then I realized after a lot of years, realizing the same freaking people are making the top money at every company I was going to. I was like, well, I've seen this guy, I've seen this gal. They all were the same people running in all the same circles, talking all the same gossip and all the same bullshit, all in all the same backdoor meetings of all the 6 and 7 and 8 figure earners of all the rooms I was ever in. And I'm talking not the private rooms, guys, not the rooms that like almost anybody's ever been in. And I've been very blessed to be in some ridiculous, amazing situations. I've been the owner of companies that are worth 8 figures and all kinds of stuff throughout my career here. And I'm sharing with you all of that crazy stuff to say, in GAZ, you look at our leaderboard, dude, a small fraction of the people up there have any kind of background past the last 1 to maybe 2 years max. In the whole leaderboard, there's all these people. Dude, Cody, you guys just heard from. He's a prime example of this. We have dozens and dozens and dozens of people with maybe not the same story. Maybe they weren't stuck in a hospital bed. Maybe they were stuck down in Mexico. Maybe they have all these, maybe they were stuck in a job where there's the oil field or in a dental office, or maybe they were stuck as a neurosurgeon. Maybe they're stuck as a ditch digger. Maybe they were stuck as a professional boxer. Maybe they were stuck as an engineer like Jake. Maybe they were stuck as like grinding away trying to figure this stuff out. They just got out of college and they had been doing this for a couple years but never made any money, and finally start crushing out $20,000 and $30,000 a month with this system like Anton Liberopoulos does. Like, guys, all this stuff, we have stories from people that have no background. So I'm coming, like, what I want to really get across to you is that I'm sharing with you like a perspective of like way different than what most people have, because I've been, dude, 11 freaking years. I've done way past the 10,000. You guys know the 10,000 hour rule, like you become unconsciously competent, one of the best in the world, blah, 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 all this other stuff. Dude, I passed that number years ago because I don't do 40-hour freaking weeks most of the time. I do between 0 hours a week up to like 133 hours a week. Have you ever worked 133 hours in a single week? Cody probably has. That guy freaking grinds like crazy. It's beautiful and amazing and inspirational. But that also doesn't last. You work those kind of hours over a certain number of months and years, and it starts literally like disintegrating parts of your life, including when you start doing brain scans, you start paying like thousands of dollars in the real high-end health and technology. Because guys, when we're all on our dying bed, you're not going to get a shiv or a shit about any of the money that you made throughout your life. When you're looking back on your life, do you think you're going to care about the freaking Lambos you had if you had one, the houses or anything, the bankruptcy? You're not going to give a shit about any of that stuff. You're going to care about how many more seconds, minutes, or hours or days do I have left to hang out with the people I really care about in this world. That's all you're going to care about. And if you could expand that by taking better care of your brain and things like that, isn't it going to make sense that to have a better quality life? Why are like people so miserable half the time? You might think it's because they're stuck in a job and there's no money and no fulfillment. That is a part of the formula. A big part of it is because they're wiped out. They have no energy. Because, like, guys, years ago when my income was going up and down, I was even though I was full time, we couldn't afford the stuff we wanted to. I couldn't buy the good protein powder and the good supplements I wanted to. And when I couldn't do that, I spend like $700, $1,000 a month easy just on health food and supplements every month. That, like, guys, I'm talking about freaking supplements, protein powders, like just that stuff. I'm not talking about any other kind of food of consumption or anything. I'm sharing that with you because there was a time in my life I couldn't afford that stuff, and my energy did suffer, my health did suffer, and that took away months and potentially years of my life. And that's the kind of stuff I'm going to be looking back on like, dude, thank God I've invested in my health for 3 years straight now over everything else. And you know, it's amazing. The more energy you have, the more you take care of yourself, suddenly your income just starts going up and you find more creativity in more ways and you're able to help even more people than ever before. So with all this crazy background, everything I've been just jumping all over, throwing at you guys, I'm here to tell you, you're not going to find anything like this anywhere else. And we have proof of it across the entire board. We have so many people exactly like you. I guarantee you we can find someone exactly in either your exact or very freaking similar situation that if you're having any doubts to your abilities to be able to make it with what we're doing here, we can find somebody that has either gone through the exact same thing, something very close to it, that you're going to like see that what they're doing. And guys, I don't mean they've just been through it and they're alive. I mean, they've been through it and they're like making income with us right now. I guarantee you we can find somebody very related. And so when we do that, that grows belief in you. What your job is to get in the system and get in the coaching process, because the coaches, dude, all of our coaches are freaking amazing. I just was on a call with a couple of them a few hours ago. And our coaches are going to take care of you. They're going to explain everything you need to know. And not just them, our entire coaching process is freaking amazing. Guys, the coaching process alone is worth your $99. You can pay a coach like me like $1 or $2 grand a month for like an hour a week, or you can go through a coaching process for $99 and you don't like all the stuff, freaking bail out then. We have a 14-day money back guarantee, guys. You can go through the entire coaching process, take all the value that we're giving to you in that process. You're going to find more about your life, why you're doing what you're doing. You're going to find out how to be Brian stuck in Mexico and get that drive that he got and figure out, dude, I'm done. This is my line in the sand. I'm kicking all ass going forward. Here's what my perfect day looks like. Here's what I'm going to do with my life. Boom. And you go take off. All that, guys, most people don't take the time for all that. You know what happens most places on the internet and any other business you're going to join? You're going to jump in. They take your money. Then they're going to provide as little value as they possibly can, invest as little time or attention or anything to you as they possibly can up until the refund period's over. Then they're going to be like, dude, whatever, figure it out, dude. We have training, point to the training. You like figure it out on your own. That's what it happens most places. I guarantee you're going to go through this coaching process and have more value than most things. And that's not even including all our coaches. And then you're jumping into our community and all the value you're going to get there. So if all this did was to give you $500, $1,000 a month, what would that do for your life? I want you to like close your eyes. If you're somewhere you can close your eyes, feel it. What does it imagine? What does it look like? Fast forward a month. Let's be crazy conservative. Let's say 2.5, 3 months. What would your life be like if you're making profits of $1,000 a month in 90 days from now? So if you're here, US and Canada, summertime, you're making $1,000 extra a month. What would change in your life? And I know that is life-changing money for most people. Now, guys, that's hyper conservative. That's like such a low number. We've shared, I've already shared. If Brian Hodgson made 500 grand in a year, well, divide it all out, it's somewhere 45,000 plus or minus every single month. 45,000, not 1,000. We're talking 45 times greater results. And that's averaged over the whole year. But I'm not saying you're going to be able to do that. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't take that much money to really start to change your life. And we have ridiculous guys. I've watched so many people making at least 1,100, 2,200, $3,000, $4,000 a month and beyond. We probably have hundreds. We actually need to get all our numbers together so you have the exact numbers. What I do know is we have more than 24 people who've made six figures in their first 12 months with us. That is unheard of. It's unprecedented throughout the entire industry. And you're going to find out through the coaching process all the details you're looking for. What you need to do is find a way, click that button below, get in and lock arms with us. And I wish I could just like jump through the screen and like shake your hand or like sit right next to you and like, you know, go through a coaching session and work on like what your fears are, you know, what your beliefs are and everything else. We have a process and a system that literally will help you identify all that stuff. So any kind of like, guys, if you're not nervous about it, I mean, dude, if you always take risks anyway, just freaking go click the button and just jump in. You're already in if that's who you are. If you're having like reservations and these doubts of like, well, dude, I've tried stuff before, all this other stuff, give us a freaking shot. You're going to get your freaking money. You can personally hunt me down on Facebook and I will chase down to get your money back for you. I literally, like, I work with everyone in our executive and leadership team. I will go through the entire process. You can personally hunt me down if that's what it comes down for you. I'm probably not going to ask any questions, but then again, I am here to make a massive impact on people's lives. So if I ask you a few questions and push you a little bit, it's only because I love you. Now you can do no questions money back. Just go right to our help desk and they do it. I'm just trying to give you any kind of like, I don't know what you need. I'm not even looking. I'm going to look at the chat for 1 second and see if there's anything. Martin, Jesus, Martin, are you freaking kidding me? How pessimistic let me tell you this, Martin, but how do we know you'll only take 99 and not 999? Because when you click the button and it tells you how much it's going to charge the card, that is a legalized, like, what is the, hold on, let me go to the damn page and I really do have a software engineering degree. The thing on the page right there, it is so see where it says secured by Rapid SSL on the page? That stuff, dude, it's like locked in. We couldn't, if it was $9.99, the numbers have to say that in the page. The other thing you can do, fucking do a chargeback on your card, dude. You're so pessimistic. I honestly don't know if you're the right kind of fit for this because you're asking questions that are like, what you're questioning is you're doubting if we're telling you the freaking truth, dude. It's not annoying. It's fucking pissing me off. And I don't even mean it. I understand why you're asking. It's what it means is you've been burned before, dude. But what you are questioning, like, are we telling you the truth? Dude, if you don't believe we're still telling you the truth, why the hell are you still here? You've been on for like an hour and 43 minutes, dude. Like, and I'm holding your feet to the fire, bro. I freaking believe in you. And I know I'm throwing some harsh words your direction. Dude, again, hunt me down on Facebook, post my name all over the internet, and you can totally freaking, dude, you can tarnish my name if you get charged $999. I'll personally throw it out there. You know how I've been here 11 years? Because I have a badass name, rock solid name in this industry. I have leaders from all around the freaking globe from multiple countries that will vouch for me. They'll go to battle for me, and they don't even like do business with me because they know what I stand for and what I've done for them. So I'm sharing that, bro. Like, dude, it's 99, I promise you. But I will warn you, when that pessimistic, that guarded attitude that you have, that belief you have, I know it's going to carry through to a lot of places. So just be really cautious, dude. I wouldn't go spouting out and like throwing a bunch of pessimism and crap out there. Our community will like, dude, so many people pour so much love and books and they're like, dude, you got to think positive. Like, you'll just get like, people are going to pour a bunch of love into you, and you'll have some people like combat a little bit because some people like to fight about stuff like that. Dude, Martin says, okay, thanks joining after. Dude, I appreciate you. And thank you for not there's a certain type of person that could get super offended by the way I approach you, bro. And guys, this is for all of you guys. This is like, I'm being authentic here. I could tell by the way Martin was writing, there's a good chance he wasn't going to freak out that, or he could have. And Martin, I just appreciate your attitude, bro. Like seriously, thank you for not freaking out and everything. I like the idea. Yeah. Dude, I got you, dude. So guys, freaking jump in, make this happen. Freaking Jay, what's up, bro? Dude, oh, yeah. Dude, guys, I'm going to introduce the man on the screen here. I know it says Eric Carlson. Okay. So, guys, Matt Jang is one of the owners and the founders of GAZ. He's out there with Carlson. This is not Eric Carlson. Jang, I don't think Jang even surf. Actually, he might surf, but he surfed one time. So I'm going to throw this over. You guys are in amazing hands. None of us would be here. He has one of the biggest hearts and the biggest vision, and you're going to see some amazing shit fly out of this man's heart and mouth right now. Jang, I fucking love you, bro.
Dude, I love you too, brother. I don't, to be honest, we guys really covered pretty much everything. I think everyone, even what we were just watching as Martin brought that up earlier, and we were kind of thinking about that. And so that was awesome just watching that whole thing, because it's really like, if we were to do that, that would be illegal. We would get sued super easy. So I appreciate you, Martin. And there's one thing that, because there's a lot of crap out there, right? There's a lot of crap out there. You want to make sure that you're really clear, but you've seen so many results. We've been doing this for now over a year. Like we would have, if anything was, like if we ever did that one time, Martin, where we said it was 99 and charged 999, we would get sued and shut down immediately in that second. Right? We have always strived to be like not only the most ethical and have the most integrity, but to be always doing what's right. We want to be able to, like, if we have the knowledge, that's how this all started, guys. And I'm going to just take 2 seconds and that's pretty much done. But that's how this all started. It all kind of stemmed from really doing what's right. If we have the knowledge to be able to create a 5-figure, 6-figure income online, travel around the world, do the things that we love, and people don't even know that exists, we have an ethical obligation to not only tell them about it, but to show them, and even to help them do it in a simpler way, which is why we created the system, was always with that intention of putting the everyday average people first, right? The people that are working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, like slaving away, doing something that they don't want to do only because they think they have to, because they think it's the only way. But now, after you've watched this webinar, a lot of you guys already joined, but you guys got to see that people think they need a job, right? But you don't need a job, you need an income. And that can come from many different ways, and we've showed you one of the easiest ways to start creating an income from a laptop and an internet connection. A lot of you guys already clicked the orange button and got set up. I'm really excited to seeing all of you guys inside of the community, having you on our team calls, having you get from where you are now to where you want to be. So make sure when you go through that coaching process, you take the time and really dig in, right? Really dig deep as you're going through that coaching process, answering the questions, so we can really dial in where you're at, right? Because that coaching call that you book when you get in there, they're going to map out from where you are now, where you want to be, and bridge that gap to get you there as fast as physically possible. And I can't wait to help all of you guys be able to go out and do that. So love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Can't wait to see you guys inside of the community. Take care, and we will see you guys on the inside.